Namaste, beautiful people. We're having another look at our yoga on cards. Aren't they just so beautiful? If you haven't seen them before, I'll show you a few out of the pack. These were created by a beautiful graduate of ours, Sky Smith, and I was so fortunate to collaborate with her on these majestic cards. All sorts of goodies are in these cards. In particular, if you love yoga, you love oracle readings, or you are a yoga teacher, these cards are perfect for you. You can use them in different ways. If you're a yoga teacher, you could certainly use them to sequence. You've got things like bundas. I'll show you the back of that one. Got all sorts of write ups. But then you've got ones that are about the poses, English, Sanskrit. You've got alignment, transitions, meridians, chakras, areas that each pose targets, benefits both physically, metaphysically. That one I just pulled out, that's your Maharaja Pranayama, your royal yoga breath. There's so much incredible detail on these cards. But of course, you can use them just as an oracle card and just see what message you get for the day, particularly if you're wanting to transition into doing more yoga because you know it's one of those perfect spiritual sciences that is going to enrich in your life in all ways. And I highly recommend a deck like this because it'll just slowly introduce you into all the concepts of yoga. And let's have a look today. What is our message for today? Doesn't matter when you're watching this video because it'll be a relevant message for you whenever you find yourself watching this. But this is for our 365 days of healing. So I'll just give the cards a bit of a shuffle using my left hand because that is my non-dominant or spiritual hand, just to see what comes out. Okay, so I'll just show you the back of it first of all. There is the third eye chakra. The affirmation is written there, I am connected. And on the back, you'll see the Sanskrit is Ajna. Talks about the color of the chakra, what foods you can eat, life lessons, all sorts of things. But that'll all be the detail in the card. But I prefer just to channel today why this one has come up and just see what other messages need to come in today for the collective. So the third eye or Ajna chakra is this one. It's sitting here as the sixth chakra of the seven main chakras that relate to the physical body or the endocrine system. They come in via the charges of the pure, luminescent, universal life force energy that we can all tap into at all times. Our source code energy is available for us at all times. Comes in through the portals that spin and open, chakra wheels, we call them, spinning vortexes of light that assist us as humans to decode what that higher patterning of divinity is all about. Because often divine messages will come through in a more subtle sense. So it could be in a musical sense, it could be in a geometric sense, it could be as an intuition, a feeling, a knowing. There's different ways that the higher messages will come in. And in order for a human to decode those messages, we have the chakra system. So it funnels through the chakra system and it translates into something that's more digestible for us. We may understand a musical frequency, it'll come in via a song. We'll start singing a song in our head and we'll be like, there's a message in that. You'll wake up singing a song, or the song will just be going over and over to the point where you're like, I really need to pay attention to what that is. Or a color, you'll be drawn to that. That's another frequency, another code. Or there'll be animals that pop up in your life. And you've seen the animal therapy here that we've done quite a few times in 365 days of healing. So all different ways that we're decoding all the time what that highest frequency of energy is telling us. Because it's in the unseen realm, sometimes, we need a little bit of extra help. And you can tune into your chakra system. Now, in particular, the third eye chakra is the intuitive center, seen as the indigo spinning wheel of light that comes in. It's got two portals, front and back body. So it comes in, I always see it like coming in like a spear of indigo light because it's very penetrating in the way it comes through. And that's what intuition is. It penetrates through all of the obsessive thinking, problem solving, planning, and analyzing. Intuition is your first knowing. It is that absolute sense that this is the way for me. It may not be the way for anyone else, but this is the way for me. This is my intuition. This is my knowing of what is the highest pathway for myself. So it's that direct connection to source code that is giving you that sense of follow this way, follow your bliss, follow your hunch, follow the sacred omens that are being deposited on your life path. Don't overthink things. Don't go with that treacherous ego voice that wants to weigh you down with freakouts, anxiety attacks, panic attacks, trying to control outcomes ahead of time, that doesn't know how to just anchor in the present moment and trust that you will always be looked after. Now, which one would you prefer? Of course, you're going to say, I prefer the intuitive sense, the one that just knows. And yet, very few people live from intuition. And I believe it really comes down to worthiness. If we know that we're a child of God, Goddess, all that is, and if we know that we're worthy as that child, like any beautiful child on earth, then we're able to open our hearts and receive all the highest glories, all the highest gifts, all the treasures that this beautiful earth plane has to offer us. And we'll trust our knowing in each and every present moment to lead us into the next step on that glorious adventure that we've embarked upon. But if we feel that we're not worthy, who am I to be successful? Who am I to shine my light? Who am I to be beautiful? Who am I to be radiant? Who am I to have my voice heard? Who am I to look good? Who am I to be in a great relationship? Who am I to have financial success? Who am I to be in a wonderful relationship? Who am I to have people like me? Who am I to have the body of my dreams? All of these things come from the ego. And you may be tempted to buy into those thought forms. And when you buy into them and you feed them, and then you are weighed down by them, and of course you don't like it. It's not a good frequency. It's not a good feeling once you've got into that trap. And of course, you will try to get yourself out of it, and you'll look for ways again to control outcomes in order to get yourself out of that low vibrational, dense frequency. But as soon as you're controlling outcomes again, you're not living in present moment. You're not adhering to your feeling, intuitive self that simply knows, the third eye chakra that just goes bang, there's the intuition, there it is. Don't overthink it. And so we get caught in the loop. In yoga, we call it the wheel of samsara, and it's likened to a mouse on a wheel, and it goes round and around and around and around and around. And you're constantly looking for the exit ramp. But the exit ramp can only come when you truly, truly love yourself, when you truly know that you're enough. There's nothing you need to do. You don't need another qualification. You don't need to know more. You don't need to look better. You don't need to lose weight or put on weight. You don't need to have a fancier house or car. You don't need any in particular material possession. You don't need to have a particular title in your job description. You don't actually need anything other than just to truly anchor into the majesty and the magic of who you are as that beautiful child of the universe. And when you find that place within you that is all knowing, all powerful, without limitation, you again come back to present moment of awareness where that intuitive self is always feeding direct intel for you. Direct. Remember what I said about the spear coming in through the third eye chakra? It's that direct. It penetrates every moment. And all you have to do is be with self, trust self, love self. Know that you are God, Goddess, incarnate, having a physical experience. When you know that, you know you are capable of anything. You know that you're receiving divine intel every step of the way to lead you to your next highest good. It truly is that simple. It's the ego mind that wants to complicate things. It's the ego mind that wants to get caught up in formulas and analysis and rules and limitations. And someone else must know more than me because they're an expert. Well, they're not an expert for you. They may be an expert for themselves, but they are not the expert for you. You are the expert, and you know via your feelings, your intuitions. Remember, intuition, third eye chakra comes as the first knowing. After that comes analysis. So, learning just to trust what you feel in that initial frequency of download, act upon it, and your life will become just one living, beautiful adventure, moving from one high spot into the next high spot, into the next high spot of self discovery. That's who you are. That's what you came to do. So, honor your third eye chakra, honor the beautiful, as we call it in Sanskrit, Ajna chakra. It's there to serve you, it's there to support you. And you do absolutely know the truth for yourself. So, learning to act on it and learning to just get into the divine dance, the merry dance upon this beautiful earth. Mwah, namaste. If you would like a pack of our incredible yoga cards, the description and the link to purchase them will be in the description box below this video. They're very inexpensive for all the content that you get. They're incredible. So shine on, beautiful souls, trusting our intuition. Namaste.